Fall Fun Fact.
Did you know that basketball became an official Olympic event at the Summer Games in Berlin, Germany in 1936? Well, now you know.
It's draw time with Mr. Mayberry. Time to draw.
Hi, I'm Mr. Mayberry. Welcome to Draw Time with Mr. Mayberry, Falltime Edition. It's basketball week on Draw Time, so we're drawing things that have to do with basketball. Today I'm going to show you how to use one-point perspective to draw basketball goals. We're going to be starting with the drawing that we did last time, which was how to use one-point perspective to draw a basketball court. So if you haven't done that yet, you might want to go back and watch that first before you do today's lesson. Now let's get started. It's time to draw. Okay, today we're actually building on the drawing that we made last time. For that drawing, we used what's called a vanishing point, and actually came down from the top 2 inches and made a vanishing point directly in the center, which is 5.5 inches across from either side. And that's what I use for my vanishing point. And the vanishing point is a place in the background. Usually it's on the horizon line, but we didn't make one for this drawing. Where all of your main lines converge and meet. They're at that point. So the sides of the court and any of the lines that are going that same direction in the court all match up and meet with that vanishing point. And what that does, it gives us a proper perspective. It makes it look like the court is actually going away from us and we're sitting up above it in the stands. Today we're going to be using a ruler for a straight edge and also to measure a few things, and just a regular pencil to draw. Okay, the first part of this is to draw the backboards on either side of the court, and I'm actually going to measure out where these should go. I'm going to start on the back corner of the free throw lane here, and I'm going to measure up 1 inch from that corner and make a little mark. And I want to go straight up above it. So I am also lining up with this edge of the paper as well as with the back corner of the free throw lane. And make a little mark right there. And then I want to come up at 1 3/4 inches and make a mark above that. Again, we're lining up with the edge of the paper as well to make sure that that is straight up and down. And I can go ahead and once I make that mark, so at 1 3/4 inches, I can actually draw a vertical line here between those two, and then I'm going to use these points to connect to the vanishing point so that we get the proper perspective on the backboard. Let's do that next. Let's go ahead and line up the top line here, the top edge of that line with the vanishing point, and we're not going to actually connect the whole thing because we'll only need part of it, so I'm going to draw along that edge for about 1 inch, and I'll even have to erase part of that when we get done. And I'm going to do the same thing down below here. Line it up with the vanishing point, the bottom of this vertical line, and then draw over about 1 inch. Okay, so that makes it look like the backboard is going further away from us. It gets smaller as it goes away. So that gives it the proper perspective on the court. Now, the other side of the goal, or the backboard, the other side of the backboard here, is going to line up with the other side of the free throw lane here, the back corner. So I'm going to start on that, line that bottom up, and then try to make this line be parallel with the other side of the backboard. So I'll just connect between the top and the bottom here, the vertical line. And so that's the size now of the backboard and the position So I can go ahead and darken that, and then erase the part that sticks over. Okay, next we'll draw the shooter square above the hoop, and I'm not going to measure out the dimensions of this. I'm just going to kind of eye about the size I think it should be, but I'm going to start with the vertical lines, space them out. And I am going to use the vanishing point to connect those two lines. So I'll line up with the vanishing point, and then I'll connect the top of those two lines just like that. And then I can erase where I've gone over, and then redraw any lines that I might have erased in that process. Okay, and next then I'll draw the hoop, which is going to be in the center here, and it'll be an oval, or more like an ellipse that comes out away from the backboard. I'm going to change the side of this. I want to make it a little more narrow, I think. The center part here. Okay, and then below that I'm going to draw the net, and I'm just going to draw two lines that curve in, and then make some lines for the netting that crisscross. And there's the backboard and the hoop. Now let's do the pole. I'm going to go ahead and in the center of the backboard here make a horizontal line. It comes out just a little ways. Okay, for the post I'm going to come back here to the outside line, and I want to make a dot that's centered between these two lines of the free throw lane, so right about here. And then I'm going to make a vertical line. I'm going to use the edge of the backboard to measure against as a reference point there. And I want to go straight up and down and connect with the little line that comes out of the back of the backboard. Okay, and then I want to make that line thicker here, so it's like a pole sticking up. Now if we were inside, there might be a pole here, or it might be a wall that this is connected to, but I'm making a pole at this point. Okay, so that's one basketball goal. Now let's repeat the process on the other side. Clean up your drawing, add color if you'd like. And this is our drawing for today, basketball goals.
Well, now that we've drawn the basketball court and the basketball goals, it's time to finish our drawing by adding details, like the crowd, the cheerleaders, and of course the basketball players. Well, thanks for taking time to draw with me. I hope you'll come back again. And remember, if you want to be a good artist, do a little drawing every day. USA! 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 USA!